I thought it was just an earthquake. I mean, maybe I say that from the point of view of someone who obviously doesn't live in Japan, and also having lived in the UK for literally my entire life, I've never had to deal with an earthquake, so... but I mean, earthquakes in Japan aren't that frequent. I know they happen, not regularly, but you know, they're not like once-in-a-lifetime events, but still. Like... Just an earthquake seems almost too dismissive of that. Just like Nagito.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping. I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs. There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
Is Chiaki gonna say it as well?
If we use that rumbling
sound
as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was
I was gonna say, it's like, obviously they didn't hear it because they were in their rooms, and their rooms are soundproof. Yeah, she said this, didn't she? And then she said she felt like an idiot because no one else came out. That wasn't someone else, was it? If that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 AM, it's like the answer to how much time is off was really right in front of me. 2 hours. Boom.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours. 2 hours? That much?
Well, I mean, when you can't tell the time and you're very, very hungry, I feel like time's really not going to be felt that much, you know? Yeah. Yeah! I'm 3 steps ahead of you guys. Actually, that's a good question. Why?
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Oh, okay, actually, yeah. No, that makes sense, because he has his internal clock, he probably wouldn't look at the clocks on the wall. So he'd go down for, for Monokuma Taichi, because, you know, as Monokuma said, everyone ditched it. So, everyone, and of course we would have, you know, ditched it anyway if the time was off by 2 hours. So he goes down there, Killer's either already there or, like, follows him there afterwards, either or, but meets him there, and that's where they, do their stuff. Lure out only Nekomaru? Yeah. This makes sense.
You definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
His own clock?
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Yeah, this was a really good crime, to be honest. Like, as I've said a couple of times, I really have no idea in terms of evidence who the killer might be. And even my, like, oh, worried it could be Gundam has nothing to do with evidence or even this chapter. Like, besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. They're trying to lure out Nekomaru, then... or like, Monokuma Taichi, then. Yeah. Use the timing of that. And of course Nekomaru isn't going to miss it. Yeah.
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 AM for that activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
You'd all miss it.
Be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
Mm-hmm.
His radio clock had the exact time. That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time. When I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
He was going to Monokuma Taichi. which was actually 7 a.m.
That time was also 2 hours off. It should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule. I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
That everyone skipped.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Yeah. Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
True? You could just say it's true.
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that. Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
What?
Wrong! Too bad. Liar, I'm right. That's not it. It's incorrect.
What are we talking about?
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery.
Yes, let's.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Yeah. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
I mean, what's he gonna say? Is it gonna be like, sort of because of Fuyuhiko, okay. So let's lay this out, right? Because Fuyuhiko was in the lounge for the whole time, none of the boys could have come out of their room to go meet Nekomaru. Okay? Seems fine. And because of when Nekomaru falls, it seems... Well, it wouldn't be impossible, but it seems unlikely that it would be Gundam or Kazuichi, because they went for the clock. I was gonna say then, like, could be Akane or... So, well, it could still be Sonya. I was gonna say maybe it rules off Sonya, because, like, she couldn't hear Nekomaru falling, but that really doesn't... That doesn't actually mean anything, does it? So... I mean, because it's like, Akane and Sonya could very well already be there, right? Like, they're already at Grape House. They could go and meet him there. They wouldn't have to walk past Fuyuhiko, which wouldn't risk them getting seen, obviously. That's sort of what I meant. Took a bit of a roundabout way to get there, though. But isn't that every time I speak about literally anything?
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next. Huh? What the hell do you mean? You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that? Are you talking about that alarm?
Mm-hmm.
Alarm? A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I mean, everyone except Fuyuhiko, Kazuichi, and Gundam, really. I mean, at least at the exact time the clock goes off, they don't have an alibi, but because this was also, like, a setup sort of crime, because, like, if they just, boop, Nekomaru's goodnight button at 7 o'clock, then they tie him up, and then they just set him up to fall at 7:30, because that's when his clock goes off, literally anyone could have done that. And still, like, been in their rooms, later. Well, okay, except for the boys, because they'd have to, like, you know, the whole thing with Fuyuhiko, they'd have to, like, cross paths or whatever. I mean, yeah, I mean, they wouldn't have to. But if they went back to their rooms, they'd have to, you know?
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Talking about Nagito, then.
Who's the bastard?
I mean, he obviously didn't kill Nekomaru. So whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? But I mean, he's not the only one. Like, no one in Grape House has an alibi. But, since we're talking about the clock thing, Nagito's the one who doesn't have the alibi.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito? That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko. You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you? If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
Yeah, come on, Nagito. Don't clam up now.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you.
'Cause, I mean, you aren't even the killer, so you could at least just be like, hey. Didn't hear it.
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't?
You couldn't? What do you mean? It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Like, okay. I feel like, well, the angle there is, I was so incapacitated from being hungry. But I have a feeling he's going to say something a little more,
Not only did I not hear the alarm,
right.
I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Yeah, soundproof room. He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them.
Yeah,
Same
right.
was with me, too.
Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean? You still don't know? Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki. The secret is, what these three have in common? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? It's about, oh god, Hangman's Gambit. Okay, what are we going for? It's not soundproof, I don't think. Oh, they're called luxury rooms, aren't they? That's what their rooms are. So, oh god. Lux. Oh, fuck. It's not? Wait, what is it then? Is it deluxe? It's deluxe. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, piss. Okay, D. Locks. Convenient. Right. X, then E. Woo. Woo. Rooms. Ugh. this! Oh my god. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. Hangman's Gambit, man.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms.
Man, I should have been able to tell that. Luxury is Luxu. Oh. No, wait, that is 6 letters, isn't it? Oh, yeah, okay, well. Okay, maybe I'm not as dumb as I thought I was for getting luxury and deluxe confused.
I recall, deluxe rooms are
Soundproof.
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. They're also, is it heated or air conditioned or something? The deluxe room is soundproof. Oh, it has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve course student talent?
You are such an arsehole.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Yeah?
Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer. Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. Well, we're talking about... Oh my god! No! Really? That's been in front of me the entire fucking time! And it just didn't... I mean, obviously that's not the only reason I'm fucking yelling, but like... Really? How did I not think of this? Oh my god! Oh. How did Gundam hear the clock if he was in a deluxe room? Oh! Because if he heard it, it means he wasn't in his room! Oh. I mean, it doesn't prove it's him, like, over anyone at Grape House. But it does invalidate his alibi. Oh my god. Oh my god. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. I mean, again, this doesn't, like, prove him over Akane or Sonia or even Chiaki, but obviously she isn't the killer. But it does invalidate his alibi.
You're the only one.
As like a why were you not in your room thing.
There's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that?
Oh.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
Oh, I don't like this.
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
I mean, again, this doesn't prove he's the killer, like, over the Grape House girls. And technically Hajime, but again, we know he didn't do it. But it does make him rather suspicious.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Right, because he especially, if he was already out of his room, he definitely couldn't come back, because, you know, Kazuichi might be able to get away with just, like, opening his door and not being in Fuyuhiko's line of sight, but Gundam would have to walk directly in front of him to get back to his room.
Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Megamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Yeah.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
And this is a murder that I could conceivably understand taking half an hour. Unlike all the other ones that have had really weird time slots, yeah, this one definitely could take half hour.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Mm-hmm.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge.
Sorry, I'm a little speechless right now. I mean, we are at the point where we're going to be like, oh yes, this person was definitely the killer. I still don't think this rules out anyone else, but it does make Gundam more suspicious, as I've said 3 times. But it seems like, yeah, it's going to be Gundam. I think we're too late in the trial for it to be a red herring.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus! It's louder than the supreme ruler of the underworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
Why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down. If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
A fucking genius plan it was, by the way. This is literally the only thing that points to him. Not a single other piece of evidence points to it being Gundam. That's fucking incredible. Like, I genuinely think this might have been the most intelligent murder plan we have seen so far. And the most well-executed one, too. Like, Jesus Christ. If it really is you... I mean, regardless of who it is. But even if it is you, Gundam... fucking hell, this was brilliant.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Come on, Gundam.
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess? The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument?
I mean, if his hamsters were out of the room, they could just, like, hear the noise and come on in, wake them out.
You bastard. Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
But yeah, that's kind of... no.
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
Oh no.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the
Have I seen that sprite before? Portrait, even?
That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
I don't like seeing him sweat.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out.
I mean, if it is him, he totally can. There's nothing that proves it was him. Or at least that we've covered so far.
You don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
I mean, yes, you're right, Nagito, but that's not how we roll. And I do still stand firmly by the thought that... like, it's possible that it's Gundam, but we have not ruled out anyone else. In fact, by this logic, Sonya is just as likely the murderer. And Chiaki, but, you know, Chiaki's, you know, main character. Like, yeah, we haven't ruled out the girls at all, so... I mean, we could still cover that, but I mean, are we just going to leave that? I'm just going to brush it under the rug?
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Now that he's saying this, I'm doubting it. Maybe it is someone else.
Hold on a second. You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Yeah, well, I mean, Chapter 4s do tend to be the final little push towards the ending.
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Alright.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something? Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
So yes, he did. I mean, Monokuma gave him... He gave him the Future Foundation file as well, right? Because he didn't say anything about that, right? So maybe there's something else in there that he's seen.
You said opening act again! Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
I mean, to be honest, he kind of doesn't have to. Again, I mean, it's tricky with a majority vote circumstance, because, yeah, like, it could be him. But all he has to say is, oh, it could have also been, say, Sonya, and then, boom. Plan finished, because doubt has been casted over there. But, I mean, for starters, if it is him, I don't think he's going to do that to Sonya. And second of all, there's nothing that says, yes, it has to be Gundam. Circumstantially, yeah, totally. But, like... Now, I mean, I was going to say they don't really have coincidences like this. Peko needing to take a shit was a coincidence like this in Chapter 1. But, I mean, it could be as simple as, oh yeah, Gundam wasn't in his room because he went to the toilet. Or, Gundam wasn't in his room because he killed Nekomaru. It really could be either of those, realistically speaking. And this game has set a precedence for absolute coincidences. Hiyoko dying was a coincidence, and when you have something that major just be a coincidence, then, you know, you can't look, okay, I'm trying to defend Gundam, I realise, like, I think that's really what this is, but, like, come on. Come on, Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
I don't know, man. If it really is you, I kinda just don't think you have the heart to blame someone else.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
But why, Gundam?
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Final dead room.
See, the contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Great House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Doesn't matter though.
Plus, the stuffed elevator should have been facing the Great House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Great House.
Which means that Nekomaru should have been the last one to use the elevator. And he was.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Great House.
That is true.
What's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? Here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome! Yeah, and we know what it is. God, if Nagato hadn't gone to the final dead room, yeah, this would be another stump. Wait. Wait, what?
That elevator was
That's not okay.
the only means of travel between the two houses.
No, it's not.
As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
I mean,
Or if there was a
yeah.
secret passageway.
Oh, there we go.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
I mean, he could have had an accomplice, I guess, but... Okay, so we want to absorb Akane's secret passage, shoot it at Gundam's, like, first one.
Travel between the two
Yeah,
houses.
this.
As long as that elevator was your assumption
Oh,
collapsed.
Jesus.
Plus, the elevator was
Gundam, you sound real funky with the chipmunk voice.
if the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at
Strawberry House,
there's no question
that the following crime is impossible.
it would have been different if they had an accomplice. Or if there was a secret passageway.
Okay.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between.
Come on, shoot. There we go.
No, that's wrong. No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Oh god, wow, choosing him again. There he is.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Yeah. Nagito? Why are you here? Because I showed up!
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right? Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want. If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh, that's sure is the name of your skill.
What if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Oh.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
You say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
Oh god.
you could travel through multiple planes,
Oh.
provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion.
Oh god.
You to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, that one's real tricky. His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he doesn't outpace me.
If the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh god.
Use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion.
Oh god. I cannot do these diagonal ones. Okay. Come on.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
God. Jesus. Why is this one hard? It's really hard to actually get diagonal cuts, I'm finding.
If the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Man, Jesus! God, I've really got to fucking get this
The turbid box
perfect.
could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion.
Ugh.
Feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down.
Okay, come on. Come on. Yes! Okay. Okay.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! You don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion. At least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Oh god! Oh! He probably means try providing evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? If that's the case, I should have it too. The key which dwells in the light that will break through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
Oh, actually, I've already got it loaded. It's the wire, because they had to get the stuff from the Octagon, right? I mean, I might have the weapons too, but this is something from the Octagon.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
God, that one was hard.
The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
Wasn't as bad as Fuyuhiko's, but Jesus.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse.
Yeah, that, I might have had
Where did the killer obtain them?
might have had the hammer in there as well, and that would have worked.
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
God, thank God I already had it loaded. It's really hard to...
Various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Really hard to balance finding the right truth blade and not getting absolutely creamed in that minigame.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Oh, excuse you?
There's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now. Hey, what are you... First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure...
You're nicking my job!
The elevator was
I don't...
broken by that point.
I can't even control it! You prick.
Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also,
He's even playing the fucking
Strawberry
music.
Hall wasn't broken.
No, he's a
So he
back
wasn't
off!
able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival. Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then? Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I still can't believe such a risky plan. There's no, like, concrete evidence outside of this circumstantial time thing that proves it was Gundam.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case.
Like, it doesn't prove that it was Gundam. It could still be... I mean, I'm just grasping now, but it could still be Akane, Hajime, technically, Chiaki, technically, or Sonya. We haven't ruled them out.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower.
Like, sort of as I said, Sonya... Oh my god.
Robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, you rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Okay, thank you for cutting him off, Gundam. Sonya could have, by our logic, just done Gundam's plan, but successfully, you know? I still think, as much as Akane could do it, she absolutely could not, because she's far too dumb. But, you know, technically... Sorry, I always try and pin these on Sonya. I'm sorry, Sonya. You know I love you, kind of. I like you. Love's a bit of a strong word, but...
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
Okay, I mean, yeah, I know I'm fighting for Gundam here, but yeah, I think it is purely based on time and kind of based on this. I think it's, yeah, it's definitely gonna be Gundam, but...
You make me laugh, all this time, you still don't understand anything at all.
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel right.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
Did they really fight?
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
I mean, if so, get fucked, Akane. Gundam beat Nekomaru in a fight before you could.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Oh boy, here we go. Panic talk action.
I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither.
Okay, how is it? Okay, it is square.
Prophesize. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither. Crushed as David prophesied. Show
Oh,
me the cadaver. I won't let you.
sorry. What was that about? Cadaver?
Wither. Crushed as David prophesied. I won't let you. For the Tanaka Empire. Wither. Crushed as David prophesied. For the Tanaka Empire.
Oh god. Oh!
For the Tanaka Empire.
Ah! God, I need some more bullets. Fucking Jesus.
For the Tanaka Empire. Wither.
Okay, we're nearly done.
As David prophesied. Show me the cadaver.
Okay.
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end.
Really? Oh my god!
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Okay, well that's a line and a half, but what the fuck?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck? Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through! Supernova Silver Fox Sandy!
Choo choo. Click. Ah, it pressed the button.
Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the demon mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Oh, I love that. Calling back to a past case. Oh, that's great. All is like a setup for this.
Hey, with your friends
Oh.
and their exceptionally smart brains, it
That's
must be
beautiful.
possible
That's beautiful setup.
to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Yeah.
Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Dude, I got chills from that. Not in a good way. He's not fighting it. Like, at all.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Condom, what the fuck? Fucking Happy New Year to me. What the fuck? Who set the lounge's alarm clock? Well, I mean the killer, but who's in the lounge since early in the morning? Before Yuhiko. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? No. Nekomaru's weakness is his button, I guess. The wire. Killer destroyed something. Fake weapon, that's this. Hammer. Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? Who heard the rumbling noise? Oh, wait, why did Nekomaru fall? That's this. Okay, so that means the wire one must be this. And back here. This one, I think? Oh no, that's the killer, what killer destroyed. This? Okay, that's this one. I guess this... Wait, does that work though? What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? 2:40. Well, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's not right, because he didn't see him at 2:40. He saw him at, like, what, 2? So is this one this then? The alarm? Okay, yeah. Oh, last stock, eh? Okay, what's this? Time. Well, it's the clock on it, so... oh man, Hajime, you don't look so good down there, man. Well, that. Oh, missed. There we go. What did they break? You know, I really appreciate it, Hiyoko. Your skills really made this easy for me to not really think too hard during, and that's really, really great for me right now. Yeah, Kane ain't looking so good there either. Well, time for me to shut up and get sad.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m.
Yep. Jesus, there was a whole lot of setup for this one, eh?
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand.
And hey, I mean, that means Gundam went through and did the final dead room as well, huh? Jeez.
Obtain these tools from the octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final
He didn't even have the luck to rely on, so... Jesus.
This means the killer
Appropriately tuny.
Funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason.
Jesus Christ. No, wow. I really like this, though. Like, the art of everyone here. They look so
Was at the
awful.
lounge by coincidence. Witness Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's
Jeez.
testimony, that was around 5 a.m. By that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m.
Got a good internal clock on you for Yuhiko, I suppose.
That's also the same
If you woke up on time.
Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower.
Was Nekomaru really this, like, robotic when he was moving? 'Cause if so, I kind of get a little more why they thought he was so strange as a robot.
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
That is an absolutely ridiculous line that I never thought I would hear in my life, ever, but I have, and I hate the fact that it makes sense.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile.
I like how the Davers are all so grey, like the killer.
From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending.
And they could admire their handiwork. Yeah, I suppose it's at this point that he'd realise, oh yeah, Nekomaru's definitely hitting that pillar over there.
Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out.
I wonder if the writers realised that this would be the perfect crime if they didn't include this, and that's why they have Fuyuhiko here. Because, like, there is no way we would have gotten... Like, we could solve all this and not have a clue who did it without this.
The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a
Jeez,
worst-case
Kazuichi looks
scenario, the killer
really
was forced to
bad.
appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Well, that and Nekomaru had already kind of busted the doorknob a bit.
Nekomaru fell from the
Poor guy, though. This is fucking... That's a brutal way to die. I mean, I don't know if he really would have felt pain as a robot, but... Ugh.
He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Oh, especially when you put it like that.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
I don't think he is.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I don't think he is.
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get an A here, am I? Oh, I did it! Yes! Oh, man. I definitely cut it close here, but, like, especially considering that I did not have a clue about some of the things that were going on here. Like, whew.
This result isn't all that exciting.
No, I mean, that A rank result was quite exciting. I've not done so hot up until this point. Well, I can't say I'm happy about it.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever.
I mean, I did really bad in that one non-stop debate, so I'm surprised, and one of the Hangman's Gambit, so I'm surprised I got an A there.
I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Do you have a tongue? Well. Great. I'll see you guys in the next one, where my heart will shatter into 1,000 tiny pieces as I watch Best Boy die. I'll see you then.